If you follow Henrik Fisker on social media, you probably noticed he's been pretty active lately. And normally in the last year or so, ever since Fisker unveiled the E-Motion, the four-door beautiful sedan that I featured on my show quite a few times, now he is actually teasing, and there are quite a few pictures that he posted in the last, week or so, the new all-electric SUV that he claims is going to cost under $40,000 starting price. So let's look at what we see now. I think we're getting a pretty good idea what the car is going to look like. Is this a design that maybe something new to him? Definitely a little bit different from what his normal kind of slick design. And let me know if you like. I mean, it is an SUV, so it's not that simple to design an SUV that would be slick. And of course, the biggest question is where he's at with everything else. Is E-Motion on hold for now? Is this the car that he's bringing to production? And is it really going to see the light of day? Let's discuss that right now. Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. And if you already have, then click on the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. Thank you to all of my Patreons, by the way, supporting this independent channel. If you want to watch me live and support me, go to patreon.com/E4 Electric. All right, as you know, Henrik has been on my show a few times. We had a few good conversations, including this one. I think it was a couple of months ago now, when I flew to LA to check out his E-Motion prototype in person, which I believe is one of the most beautiful cars I have ever seen, especially in that color. I know they keep wrapping it in different colors, but this is an amazing color that I really like. But of course, a lot of people kind of starting to wonder if any of this is coming to reality. And that's a kind of a separate conversation. She mentioned recently that they're finishing up their final choice for their factory, and they are actually going to be going in production sometime next year. That's been moved once again. That's why there's a lot of doubts. And as far as his new car is concerned, he says that he would unveil the entire thing, the working prototype, in December of this year. All right, now, as you probably know, in another interview that we did last year, he actually gave me exclusive about the fact that he is planning on putting the solid-state batteries in that E-Motion, and he actually got one of the bigger investors into his solid-state batteries, but we haven't heard any updates. He says that it's all going very well, and you can watch that interview that I just showed you guys a piece of on my channel. He says that's going well, but there's so far no real results to touch and smell and feel, so a lot of people are getting a lot anxious about this, or just saying, hey, this is never going to happen. Now, I gotta tell you, I personally love his design, so if anything, I enjoy having him hype the electric cars with his amazing designs. And I think if any contribution he can create for this electric car community, it would be all of the attention, even if none of these cars ever come to production. And by the way, of course, there's a possibility of acquisition. Now, the teasers have started recently, and he started with this one, which really wasn't much. Could have been a teaser of my mom's Toyota Camry, for all I know, right? But then he put out another one, which was a little bit more black and whitish. People were like, okay, all right. Even then, I was like, oh, I don't know if it's Fisker's type of style. So, and then he put out this one, and of course you've seen the original picture that I posted is just the same in red, which I think, oh sure, what do you guys think? Which one looks better? He's got one in blue and other colors, but those are the two colors that I think are the best. Now, E-Motion, I gotta tell you, like, look at this car. This is the footage that I took myself with my cell phone. I mean, this is a masterpiece. Like, if anything, I hope some other car company buys Fisker just for this design, just for this amazing design. And this is not the first time I've seen this car, but man, this is like, but it's making everybody question, is this on hold now? Is Henry going to be shifting his attention to the SUV? And if so, does it really make sense? Because the SUV, for all electric SUV to be, and I think it's got 80 kilowatt hour battery with over 300-mile range, is it really going to be produced before the emotion, because it's got to be a large scale operation to keep the price down, where the emotion can start with 130, 140. A lot of people will buy it because it's an exotic car, and that way they can actually have some profit margin and then invest into a more affordable car, which will make more sense. Okay, now let me show you a few other teaser images that are kind of now giving us a better idea of what the car is going to look like. Before that, a quick reminder that this video and this channel is sponsored by Byton. Check out an all-electric SUV coming to the US and Europe at the end of next year. Over 50,000 people, including myself, have reserved one. And guess what? Zero money down. Took me about a minute to reserve mine. So if you haven't already, I don't know why, but go ahead and click on the link in the description of this video and reserve your Byton today. Okay, now let's get to probably the most interesting one. A lot of people are kind of really liking this one because it's got this is something new. It's got a signal blinker. What do you call it? Turn signal on the D pillar on the left and on the right for safety, and also gives us a better idea what the design is on the back of the car. Now, there are a few other ones. Here's another one, which is from the back. So this is really kind of giving us an idea what the rest of the car is going to look like. And this one is actually showing us that just like the Fisker Karma, the original one, this one will have a solar roof as well. Now that's interesting because that's another technology that's not easy to produce. As we know, the reason corporations, car makers are not putting solar roofs on their cars because they are just not that efficient. They're not just that efficient yet. So at most it will run a vent to ventilate the air while a person is gone, but it's not really going to give you that much extra charge. So the question is, do they have some other technology that they're working on? Are they spreading themselves thin for real right now? It's not a big company. I think just about a dozen people. So, but it looks interesting. But on another hand, he did say that it's going to be kind of an open design. So that does it mean that the solar roof will actually be see-through? So it will actually gather the energy from the sun, but at the same time, from the inside of the car, you can just have this open environment and see the sky essentially. So that's another question that would be interesting if he would answer, and among with many others. Let me know in the comment section if you think that you like this design. I have to say that I'm not a big fan of SUVs, so I'm probably not the right person to talk about it. As you can see, with all of these teasers, you can't really quite understand. I mean, it looks boxy from the sides, right? But from this perspective, it actually looks pretty rounded, which also kind of makes me wonder how much room does it have inside. Will people who are really tall will have enough headroom, especially if they're sitting on the back seat? But hopefully we'll find out all of these answers by December. I don't know if he's going to be producing any more teaser images. I'm hoping, though, at this point, unless you're showing us the car, what else is there to show unless there's an interior? But that's a whole different animal. All right. Again, I know there will be a lot of skeptical comments in the description, in the comment section of this video. I'm okay with that. Obviously, he does deserve some criticism. I have asked him these questions up front. So I did ask him some tough questions in my last interview, and he did answer them. You got to give him one thing. He does not shy away from difficult questions, definitely not from me. So, yeah, don't forget to get on our VIP list, where we send you a free bonus story every week. Go to e4electric.com/VIP. And I want to thank one of my newer Patreons, Mike McDaniel. Thank you so much for joining my Patreon community, where you can support this independent channel and watch me live. All right, let's hear it. I know, just take it easy. Again, I think the reason I'm doing these segments is because I am excited about his excitement about electric cars. All right, other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.